We are out here. We are ready for some Elite Four action. Let's get in the zone. So strategy is give Lucario, I should write this down actually. Gyarados, pivot with Lucario and leftovers. Set up Dragon Dance. If Aerodactyl pivot, then Waterfall. If no pivot, then Dragon Dance. Why am I taking notes like a programmer is beyond me, whatever. So with these four core, now I have to plan the rest of the Elite Four around this core. Because this core is what's gonna take me to victory, hopefully. Let's go down the list and see what's up. Oh, this might be where Houndoom shows up for the sweep. I can start Lucario, which will be a guaranteed whoever shows up. If this guy shows up, I tank with Flash Fire that baits out a Surf. I pivot to this guy. I go +1/+1 and go to town. But it's just so crusty to go that route. If I close combat, sets out the Xatu, I pivot into this guy, I give him a Cherry Berry, and there's nothing you can do about it. So that's Will. Right, that's Will. In comes Koga, which I really don't know what the fuck to expect out of this one. Can I Alakazam sweep this? Oh my goodness, they made Venomoth a bug psychic in this version. So I send out Gyarados. I tank a Sleep Powder or Psychic, doesn't matter. I Ice Fang. I then go for the Bolt, pivot into Alakazam, and then sweep from there. And then I'll just deal with the Muck later. Alright, so that's 2. Then we'll get to Bruno. And I pose the same question. Can Alakazam just sweep the Bruno? Yeah, it's sorted. Bruno, Alakazam, stall. A Sucker Punch. Calm Mind, sweep. Now, I just have to make sure he fucking learns the move Calm Mind here. It's gonna be embarrassing if he doesn't. Can Lucario sweep here? If I just give him a choice band and let him have fun, will he sweep? So you start off at a -1. Oh my god, you're gonna eat these guys for lunch, aren't you? We presume that we boost his things to 136. Actually, Spiritomb might be a problem, and the Haunch Crow. So we'll think about those in a bit. I know the answer is here, so this is the team that I'm gonna take. All right, this is it. I'm always nervous for these moments. Never goes away, does it? All right, let's do this. The Jinx. Lead off a Jawbreaker. And we go close combat. One shot. Right? All part of the plan. This should bait out a Xatu who sees a kill with the Heat Wave. Could also bait in the Slowbro with the Flamethrower. There's a Slowbro with the Flamethrower. Okay, I planned. I took this into account. We pivot Gyarados into that Surf. Oh wow, he went straight Flamethrower. What am I thinking? It was Flamethrower. So here, I had thought about setting up a Dragon Dance, but then I found out I'm just putting myself in too much risk. So instead, what we're gonna do is just chomp his head off. Mercilessly chomp his head off. I was actually supposed to pivot Houndoom first into Slowbro, but whatever, I didn't get burned, never punished. Amnesia doesn't matter. He is cooked at this point. Crunch. See, Dope Bank, this is why I accounted for this, man. Now this should bait out the Gardevoir for the Thunderbolt. Lunatone for the Charge Beam. Why? Genuinely, why? Okay. It does. It does. Actually, enough faster. Does it have Sturdy? No, it has Levitate. That's like, I just don't know why he sent out Lunatone. Yeah, that was an odd choice, Will. Odd choice. And now Soul Rock. Did this guy just full send? I don't know what this guy's thinking, but you know what? We take those. We take those. Okay, there we go. There's the Gardevoir, who's probably gonna Thunderbolt, but at this point in time, he's playing so erratic. I don't know. It's like I'm fighting Psycho Mantis, and he's just doing whatever the hell he wants, right? So, my plan was to switch to Tapioca, which is misspelled, yes. There's the Thunderbolt. Boop, 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 boop. Pow. Not much. And we just, Thunderbolt back. Doesn't matter, I'm not gonna use a physical mood off you. Just as long as I don't paralyze it, I'm good. Okay, and we just go again. Pow. Now here I might tremble a little bit because I'm expecting a heat wave. But if he decides to Thunder Wave, so Reaper. There's the heat wave tanked. And if I remember correctly, he should just Dark Wave and eliminate him one shot. And he's faster. Yep, just Dark Wave. Dark Pulse. You know, it's supposed to be Tapioca. I just messed up the spelling, okay? I'll fix it later. And that's Will. That's Will. Simple. To the point. We will not be seeing him later. Alright, let's go! Right. Here we Ice Fang. It'll do enough damage for Alakazam to set him up. Psychic, that's fine. So here, he's either gonna Psychic again or he's gonna Sleep Powder. So I want to pivot into the Alakazam, who's gonna Shadow Ball. He can tank the Psychic even if it's a crit, and if he Sleep Powder, he has the berry. Yeah, let's go. We accounted for this. I have a berry for this. We're gonna Shadow Ball. And Shadow Ball. Crobat. I think I one-shot him with Psychic. Confirmed faster, guaranteed one-shot, Psychic. I was expecting a much more difficult path. I was expecting the Toxicroak. Oh wait, who was I expecting? There's the Toxicroak, who will be felled. He has Sucker Punch. He has Sucker Punch. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, or otherwise I throw hard. He has Sucker Punch. Here, I wanted to pivot Magnezone because he could either Sucker Punch or Poison Jab, both of which Magnezone resists perfectly. And he will not Earthquake. If he does, man, am I gonna have a bad time. Sucker Punch, that's fine. And then from here, since it's gonna be an Earthquake, I go into Salamence. And I'm just gonna drop Meteors on this guy's head. Yep. We're just gonna make it rain Meteors on him. Boop. Alright, we expected this. We do make it rain. We do make it rain. There's the Muck. This is where it got tricky. Because he has a substitute set, which I think he's going to take advantage of right now. He's not going to go straight into Rock Slide. Regardless of if he goes Rock Slide or not, I am going to go Gyarados, Pivot, get that Intimidate off. If it's a substitute, it's a free switch, whatever. If it's a Rock Slide, shit sucks. There's Intimidate. Substitute, great. And so here, I want to break his substitute with a Waterfall. No, I read this wrong. I actually want to pivot Tapioca first. And we Thunder Wave. Yep, there's the Focus Punch. Wait, what? It doesn't work on Substitute? Did I miss something there? Did I just get skill checked? Oh, I can't see away the thing. Okay, well, that's just... I didn't know that. So, well, we know what he's gonna do. So we just go back. That's just a skill check. My bad. And we just go raw. So this is a Rock Slide. Oh, he just went Gunk Shot, okay. Oh, this is bad. This is terrible. This damage calc is, what the hell? Alright. So now he can Rock Slide or he can Gunk Shot. I can go into this. Lucario will tank, Gunk Shot, Focus Punch, Substitute. Yeah, that's fine. Bring in the Lucario. Rock Slide, that's fine. I want to Blaze Kick. And we Blaze Kick again. That's Muck. Okay. So, no more Gyarados. That was scary. There's the Weezing. He's likely going to Fire Blast, because he can't do anything else. So, we bust out the Reaper. Dude, my palms are sweaty! Oh, he went Protect. Okay. Whatever. He can Toxic, or he can Thunder, or he can Protect again. I'm just gonna Bum Rush him. If I go Tapioca again, I'll take 10% damage from the thing, bait out another Fire Blast, and if I bait out the Fire Blast, I can just safely one-shot it with Flamethrower. Still protected. Okay, we try it again. Reaper. There's the fire blast. There's the flash fire. Now we flamethrower. Boop. And finally, Tentacool. I don't know if it's gonna go straight into the waterfall. Okay, think about this. Don't get antsy. So Gyarados was supposed to be my answer for this guy, and well, as you can see by his health, I can no longer use him. I have to go raw. I have to go raw. What does the most damage? I need to really punch this guy as hard as humanly possible, and I think Thunderbolt. I could also T-Wave him. If I go Tapioca, I can T-Wave him. Let's go for it. Oh, free! I'm in his head! Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm in your head, bro. Alright, with Thunderbolt. It's not gonna kill, but it might bait a pot and he might get paralyzed. And I have leftovers. Oh! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! T-Bolt again. Yeah, that's fine. Even with a crit, you can't one-shot me anymore. Even if you are faster. And this guy's just eating this Tentacool's lunch, literally. We're gonna T-Bolt again. Why not? Why not? And that's Tentacool. How can I get a Miltank in this game? Yeah, Dope Tank can help you out with that. He knows where to get all the cows. He's a Miltank enjoyer. I usually take no umbrage with X Enjoyer, but somehow Miltank Enjoyer doesn't sit right with me. Miltank enthusiast, okay? Dope Tank is a Miltank enthusiast. A Miltank aficionado. Let's go, Bruno! Alright, so this Intimidate doesn't really matter on me because I'm gonna immediately pivot into Alakazam. And here it's very important that I start counting Sucker Punch uses. That's a fake out, doesn't matter, I expected this. We still at a -1. -1. And so here, Sucker Punch can only hurt me if I attack. So I'm just not. I'm gonna set up a Reflect. Counter, okay. Still have leftovers. And we're gonna Calm Mind. That's one Calm Mind. Why is he countering? We're gonna 2 Calm Mind. Is he baiting me? Is he legit baiting me? Is he baiting me, dude? I'm gonna do it one more time just to... Okay, there we go. There's another. So he can still Sucker Punch. It's just gonna take a little bit Yeah, dude, I'm going all the way. I don't care. Reflect wore off, that's fine. We set up another one. How much does he do without reflect on? 43. Let's recover. Let's see if the reflect was the reason he wasn't sucker punching. Counter. Okay, reflect. There's a high jump. Calm mind again. He's just not sucker punching. Why? A crit won't knock me out. Alright, hopefully that's not a sucker punch. Okay. That was fucking weird. Why didn't he sucker punch? We're just gonna psychic again. Yeah, that's fine. Clear. Yeah, Haryama's not surviving. Yeah, I mean, there's Bruno. Just checking. Nope, nobody has a priority move. Maybe bullet punch. Just goes to show, I'm not as good at predicting the AI yet. That's, sucks to be you, Bruno. And Hitmonchan. This guy sounds like an MMA fighter, like, go until you get tapped out! And that's Bruno. Let's go. I actually like her fit a lot. I've always liked it. Manage these. Alright, there's the Mightyena. We intimidate each other. We just start close combat. Close combat, yeah. Boop, that's it. Houndoom. We actually close combat again. I think we're faster. 134 to 126. Yeah, we just close combat again. I don't know what she was thinking. I was expecting the Honchkrow. Alright, there's Houndoom. There's the Honchkrow. Okay. Wow, that's a cool sound. He's gonna Brave Bird. So I go into Magnezone with a Lumberry in case he gets Swaggered or Thunder Waved. And we just Thunderbolt. Yep, there's the Swagger. I have a Lumberry. Doesn't matter. Life does exist outside of Nuzlocking. Okay, Absol. I could totally just switch in. What are you gonna do against me? You could Thunder Wave. I want to tank this Thunder Wave. What are you gonna do? Okay, that was a Mega Horn. Why though? But why? The AI's cooked. There's the Spirit Tome. So with Spirit Tome out, I'm gonna handle them with Houndoom. Yeah, I just raw pivot. There's the nasty plot. I was warned by this by Dope Dank. Yeah. Okay, he's cooked. Literally cooked. This is just gonna get murdered by the Lucario. Because if it toxics, I'm immune. Okay, that's fine. I think I can land one close combat. Okay, now I'm scared. There we go. Okay, it's over. You're not that slick, Umbreon. Not that slick. This Gyarados is a pain in the royal arse. So I want to start... Why did I want to start Raspberry on my own Gyarados? What are these notes, dude? Why did I take these notes? I think it's because in case I pivot into a Charizard Flare Blitz? Something like that? Okay, so... Okay, let me read this again. I start with Gyarados. I don't know why I gave him Raspberry, but I'm starting Gyarados. And then I switch between Gyarados and Lucario until Stone Edge is ran out. That's the scary thing. Stone Edge. If I can eliminate that, the world is a better place. I just don't remember why I wrote down give this guy a Raspberry, but I'm trusting in Past Silver. Past Silver knows stuff that I have yet to see. I do not know why I took a Raspberry on my Gyarados, but it's in my notes. Dude, just imagine two Gyarados mad dogging each other like that. One's red and one's blue, and it's just... Alright, so I'm predicting a Stone Edge here. I'm gonna pivot into the Lucario to tank it. And that's one Stone Edge. We leftovers up. We pivot back to the Gyarados because an Earthquake is coming. Okay, we are at 2 Intimidate. Switch to Lucario again. That's the second Stone Edge. Go back to Gyarados. Just mad dog the hell out of him. That's the second Earthquake. We go back to Jawbreaker. Go back for another Intimidate. That's the third Earthquake. Ooh boy! Stone Edge number 4. Earthquake number 4. Let's burn that last Stone Edge. Stone Edge number 5. We switch for Earthquake number 5. No more Storm Edge, we Dragon Dance. Not gonna do much damage because he goes first. You're gonna Dragon Dance again. So at this point, I outspeed and one-shot everybody here. Except the Gyarados. So for Gyarados, we're gonna Dragon Dance again. And again. And again. Guaranteed one shot with Crunch now. Chomp! We Waterfall. It feels good, boys. Feels good. We Ice Fang. I was expecting more out of Lance, but no, he got stubborn with his Gyarados. Garchomp 2, Felled. Hey Dragonite, meet the Ice Age. Yep. And all the King's Potions and all the King's Berries couldn't put Lance back together again. I don't know. I don't read fairy tales. And that's the Elite Four. No loss. That felt good. Game Freak went through a phase of making a weenie out of your rival because they didn't want it to be toxic competition in Pokemon. Even though apparently Game Freak is completely ignorant of what really goes on in Pokemon events, but yeah, no, neither here nor there. It's just a competitive environment, man. Like people want to win. So like you'll have a lot of espionage, you'll have a lot of sabotage. Like nobody will mention it because they don't want the developers to get pissy and then pull the plug on everything. Competition's competition. And players are going to do whatever they can to win. Yes, there you go. That's a nice screenshot.